What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to check out a new gun that I just got. I haven't owned one of these before, so this is my first experience with it. So let's jump into it and check it out. The gun we're going to be going through today is the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. This is a compact size, and if you're like anybody else on the planet that's bought anything from Palmetto, you get almost daily emails, and most of them include some sort of sale on their dagger. This is a Glock 19 size dagger, and they have tons of different variations of these. You can get them with a threaded barrel, non-threaded barrel, optic cut, different slide cuts, different colors. You can buy the frame separately from the slide. There is a ton of different options, and you can kind of build your own. That's kind of Palmetto's mojo, is you can either buy the whole gun or you can kind of build one yourself. And for this dagger in particular, it's at a sub 300 price point. So it's not a bad option if you're on a budget. I don't know how this will be for concealed carry. I haven't got many shots through it. To be honest with you, I've got maybe 2 magazines through it. And honestly, I had just picked this up, had it in my truck when I went shooting for a different video, and threw a couple magazines through it, and that's the only shooting I have, so take that with a grain of salt. I haven't put many rounds through this. Just full disclosure for you guys. These are the first shots through this dagger. I haven't shot this at all. I did have one little hiccup right there. But let's take a look at this. So this is based on the Gen 3 Glock. It is a clone that everybody loves to do nowadays. Now that the patent's expired on the Gen 3, so everybody's making a clone. It comes with some nice features, but that doesn't mean it doesn't have some downsides as well. So first off, it comes in a nice case. Comes in a little range bag. Has all the standard stuff, stickers. It has the optic screws, an optics plate, and a little Allen key for those. Chamber flag comes with an owner's manual right there, and then it's got a place to lock everything down. You can put a couple different magazines in there. This one came with 2 magazines, and it's also got a place to strap the handgun in there as well. Comes with your standard lock. That's in here, and then it comes with the gun itself. It comes with 2 15-round PMags in the case with it, but it'll run any Glock magazine that you have. The version that I got is this one. Comes with an RMR optic cut, threaded barrel. It does have some cuts in the slide on both sides right there. Has serrations on the back side and on the front side under those cuts. This one came with blacked out suppressor height sights. The grip on this does not feel like your standard Glock. This has a bigger profile on it. That palm swell is very pronounced. It kind of fills up your hand a little more. It does have 1 finger groove and then a lip down here on the bottom. Kind of helps keep your hand placement where you want it. It does have that high undercut on the front, and it is beveled just a little bit so your knuckle doesn't get rubbed raw on the underside of that trigger guard. Now the grip on this, I feel like they could have made it a little more grippy. I mean, it's not bad. Anything's better than a factory Glock, but I do feel like they should have put a little bit more stippling on that. It does have a little higher up right here. Some nice stippling on the back strap, but like I said, I do wish that was a little bit more aggressive. They kind of did a nice sloped bevel right there where your thumb would typically go. I wish that was stippled as well and a little more aggressive. That almost makes it a little bit of a slippery point right there. I do wish that was a little bit more grippy and a little more pronounced. As far as the insides go, this looks like a factory Glock on the inside. Nothing special going on in there. I haven't taken this apart, but it does look like the same trigger mechanism. Like I said in the beginning, you can buy everything separately. You can buy these slides separately if you want to put them on a different gun. If you're building a gun, or the frame separately, or you want to just buy the frame and put your own slide on it. There's all sorts of different options that you can do, but everything is compatible with a Gen 3 Glock. So as far as first impressions go, I think this is a great budget-friendly entry handgun. I do like that it comes feature-packed, window cuts on the slide, suppressor height sides, cut for an optic, you can get a threaded barrel, whatever. I do like that there's a lot of different configurations that you can buy this gun in right from the get-go, so you're not spending a bunch of extra money to add that stuff later on. The grip is comfortable in the hand. I don't mind it. I haven't shot this very much, so time will tell how I like that. But let's get into some of the stuff that I wish they would have done on this that they didn't. So first and foremost, I do wish they would have put some stippling up front and made that a little more aggressive. That's one complaint. As far as the accessory rail goes, it looks like kind of a standard Glock accessory rail. Why wouldn't they just put a 1913 rail on there? That way you can run whatever light you want and you don't have to have those special Glock keyways. That's one thing that kind of bugs me, is they didn't just take the time to do that right off the get-go. Another thing is this hinged trigger. I don't know anybody that likes a hinged trigger, even if they just threw a factory style Glock trigger in there. In my opinion, that's better than these hinge style triggers. Any gun I've had that's had that, I've changed them out. I'll probably be doing the same with this. Also, I do not know what these cutouts are for. The magazines it comes with, they don't fill that void. It's not an aesthetic thing. Yes, it gives you a little bit of extra room to strip that magazine, but to be honest, I've never had a problem stripping a magazine, and that just kind of looks stupid to me. Other guns that I've had a cutout like that, when you put the magazine in, it fills that space, so it's not just an empty void. You can fill it a little bit when you're gripping it. It's not bad, but I don't understand what that's even there for. Right out of the gun case, when I pulled this out, it had a little bit of oil on it, but not what you would typically see on a brand new gun. That's when I did those first shots. I had one failure to feed. I'm gonna pull this apart, clean it, oil it really good before I take it out for the true first shots through the Dagger. Now let's go through some upgrades that I'm planning on doing with this gun. First and foremost, we're going to be throwing a red dot on it. I don't know which one yet, but I'm going to throw one of those on there, see how this thing holds zero, how the optics mounting holds up, stuff like that. I also have another set of sights coming for this, so I'm going to be throwing those on. I don't like the all blacked out, so I'm going to be throwing a set of night sights on this. That's kind of my go-to to put some night vision night sights on it. So I got some of those coming. And I also do want to do a trigger in this. I'm not sure what trigger I'm going to throw in this, but I got to get rid of that hinge trigger. I'm also going to look into a magwell for this. It would be nice to have a magwell on there, cover up these side cuts if possible, and give you a nice funnel into that magazine area, because these sides are just straight. There's no bevel at all. There is right here on the front, but that's it. The sides and the back are just straight walls. So it'd be nice to have a magwell to kind of help funnel that magazine in and provide some grip support for a compact size gun like this. I also forgot to mention that this is cut so that that rear iron sight is in front of the red dot. I know a lot of people are doing that now, but that's kind of a nice feature, so you can still co-witness. If you put a thicker based red dot on there, you don't have to change out your rear sight or lose your rear sight on certain platforms. So that's right in front. We'll see how I like that. This is the first gun I have that has that on it, so time will tell. So right off the rip, yeah, I do think this is a budget friendly gun, kind of a poor man's Glock. Next video you see on this, I'll be accessorizing it a little bit, hitting the range, doing some reliability and function tests on it, make sure this thing is good to go. But yeah, for a sub $300 gun, I don't think it's a bad pickup. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys have one of these, if you think they're junk, if they run reliably, if there's any problems you guys have ran into, let me know what you think in the comments. I know guns like this kind of get a bad rap sometimes, but I'm gonna do my due diligence and put this thing through its paces and show you guys what I come up with. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.